Okay, Season 7, gameplay trailer. Okay, we have Horizon Squad.
Let's have a wee play with the laws of
doing a
physics,
thing,
shall
and we stop right here. Here are the phase runner tubes. So we talked in the last trailer that they had these tubes connecting you to the main area, and this is actually the exact entrance they go through here. I kind of went back and confirmed through the footage. So this northwest area here, you'll see some of the other stuff here, like the autumnal fall area with the orange leaves and stuff like that. Also the sewage treatment plant is up in this area as well. Looks like a pretty decent place to land. A lot of stuff. So this here looks like one of the hub sections on the map, which I think is around this area here. It looks like if you go through the phase runner tubes, it kind of spits you out in this area. Then you can proceed out to that main point if you want, or you can stay in the indoor section. Okay, so we're fighting. And now we're out here in this area with these twisty yellow pylon things. And you are actually seeing the perspective from inside one of those. So obviously each one of those has its own internal area. But in this gameplay footage, you're facing those other two. So you can tell this is exactly where you are fighting from. Also kind of gives you a good idea of the scope of this map, because those things look really tiny, but there's like quite a bit of space inside them. This also looks like kind of a fun area to fight, because it kind of connects in that middle area between the phase runner tubes. Inside the dome here. So here we get a look at one of Horizon's finishers. Maybe the default one, not sure. We see another one with Wraith later on.
Olympus. This gravity-defying utopia was my home.
This area here is actually something we talked about in the previous one. I was saying, hey, those office towers look really small on this map, but they're actually probably quite big. It is quite big. So this area over here, perfectly west, due west, is the area that's being shown in this particular part of the trailer.
But time, it can take away the things you love. Too slow on
And
the
here we get
draw.
our first view of what I'm guessing is one of the Battle Pass skins for Bangalore. And in the theme of Bangalore not getting any love, this is hideous. It looks like a recolor of Officer Williams with some flowers and seafoam green. The devs really hate Bangalore.
And Olympus was no exception.
It all ends the same.
So the Oasis is kind of tough to tell, but I think that's actually this north central location here inside the mountain. I believe based on the lighting in that clip, it looks like they're fighting inside this, and there's some type of like arena type setup here.
It is now host to a
Okay, so this
newspaper.
area here with all the fall colors, I believe this is up here in, I guess you would call it northwest. So just northwest of what I think is called the Oasis. And this seems to be an area a lot of the trailer takes place in. It's very close to where they land, and it's also close to the sewage treatment area that we'll see later.
One that poses a complex problem to solve.
Here I go.
But you know the thing about science is,
Sorry, friend.
sometimes she can be a wee bit violent.
And here we see a new Octane Battle Pass skin that looks really cool, like almost every Octane skin. They always do a really good job. Like the color, he's kind of got a almost like a Black Panther color scheme going with the black and gold. Can't really tell if it's like a black or like a super dark blue or purple, but one way or the other, color scheme works. Like it, really cool skin. Doesn't look like a recolor, unlike Bangalore.
Time to pick a fight.
All right, so we have the sewage treatment area here. I believe this one is also in the northwest. This is a different angle, actually a shot from the trailer, but this is actually in the northwest as well. And again, right next to where we landed originally. The landing area is just slightly east of there. So they focus a lot in this area. It looks like there's a lot to do there, for sure.
Every choice you made led to failure.
My squad's gonna beat up your squad.
So the Oasis Cafe, I had to make a big time guess on this one. Assuming that the mountain area in the central north is the Oasis, then this little building here connecting to the outside of it seems like it would be the Oasis Cafe. Kind of checks too when you look at the waterfalls spilling into the area. It's obviously like a very nature focused area of the map, so that's my guess. That one's probably the Oasis Cafe. Looks like there's a bit of a distance between it and anything else though, so don't know how popular it's going to be as a landing point, but we won't know until next Wednesday. So a couple of looks at the map. Here's one that we haven't seen already. This one's actually pretty easy to figure out. So this looks like the docking area. And again, from that other angle, it is here. It is in the absolute north of the map. Not sure how popular it's going to be, but when you consider the northwest, looks like it's going to be kind of jumping. Maybe some people will land docks and then rotate west into that area with the autumn trees and stuff.
I expect the results of this will be utterly delightful.
So the Trident.
Hop in, mates. We're taking this ride for a spin.
I love these.
So right here in this clip, you can actually see they add a caustic can to the front and the back. So there seem to be two mounting points for attachments of your tactical. So gas cans, the dome generator, and the Sheila.
Eagles.
Say hello.
And of course, here's the probably the ultimate mounting point, which is the rear-mounted rampart gunner position, which looks really powerful. Although based on what I'm hearing from some of the bigger YouTubers who've actually played this, it's a bit of a liability to be flying around in these things, which is like every BR and vehicle.
To Sheila, mates. Fling an arc star.
Speaking of being a liability, apparently if you get stuck with one arc star, it disables your Trident. I don't know if that means it'll blow up as a result or if you just lose control, but obviously in this case losing control was fatal.
They say time heals all wounds. Let's put that theory to the test.
So I speculated about comboing Horizon's ultimate with other people's ultimates, and here's exactly what I described, which is a Juby strike into the black hole, which I can only imagine is devastating. You actually do see the enemies get pulled in there before the airstrike hits. Can't imagine it goes well for them. Here we have, as always, what I'm guessing is probably a Battle Pass skin for Wraith, which is really cool. It's a combination of like a Betty Boop, like a flapper girl from the 20s, and maybe like Rosie the Riveter. But yeah, really cool.
I made a promise.
And if we pause here, I think this may be Horizon's legendary, or at least an epic variant of her skins. I'm not a huge fan, but I kind of like the color scheme. Just not a big fan of her character model overall.
I intend on keeping it.
And there you have it. The full trailer for Apex Legends Season 7 gameplay. Like I said in my intro, I had to do a lot of speculation here. All the big guys, they actually got to see this, so they know exactly what all this means, and they can tell you. But for us little guys, we got to do what we can. So at least I kind of showed you where the locations were on the map based on what I was seeing in the trailer. So we'll have an idea where to go when it comes to November 4th. And if you stuck around with me for this long, I appreciate your taking the time to watch the video. And I realize there's probably a lot better information out there with some of the people who've played it, obviously. But yeah, if you took the time, I appreciate it. And if you'd like to see some more from me, yeah, you can always hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.
Are you excited for Apex Legends Season 7? Me too. Keep following the channel to see the latest updates, and I'll be live streaming the launch on November 4th. Make sure to come out. Thanks for watching.